we talked about a few vocabulary practices. We had some practices. Right. Okay. I'll continue in this one. So we practiced a few words and phrases yesterday. Then we started looking at a few sentences in simple past tense. This is very important because the simple past tense is something that confuses many people. If you understand the basics very carefully, if you can listen to that very carefully, and if you understand the basics, then it will be easy to follow up later on. So these are the sentences we saw yesterday in the last class, and we will go into the rest of the practice about the simple past tense today. Before going into the next session, before going into that simple past tense, can we practice what we agreed yesterday?
I walked to the park yesterday. She cooked a delicious meal for dinner. They watched a movie at the cinema last night. We we visited the museum on our vacation. He played football with his friends. The dog parked food, parked at the mailman. The sun shone brightly all day. The wind blew fairly during the storm. The rain fell heavily throughout the night. The leaves changed color in the fall.
I walked to the park yesterday. She cooked delicious meal for dinner. They watched a movie at the cinema last night. We visited the museum on our vacation. He played football with his friends. The dog barked at the mailman. The sun shone brightly all day. The wind blew
Fiercely.
fiercely. The wind blew fiercely during the storm. The rain fell heavily throughout the night. The leaves changed color in the fall.
I walked to the park yesterday. That word is not park. Okay, don't pronounce the R. You have to say park. I walked to the park yesterday. They watched a movie at the cinema last night. We visited the museum on our vacation. The sun shone. These two are different pronunciations, okay? The sun, this is just sun. This is shone. Okay? The sun shone brightly all day. If we take the main subject and the verb from the earlier list, these are the main sentences. Okay, these are the bases. The subject and the verb. The verb is in the past tense, and we talked about regular verbs and irregular verbs. When you say regular verb, it is present tense and it has an ed, then it becomes past tense. If you have a present tense and it has a different, not ed, then it's an irregular verb. We call it an irregular verb. Okay, so if you look at these are regular verbs, and if you look at these three, these are irregular verbs. The last one is a regular verb. Sentence: I walked. This is the auxiliary verb, and this is the main verb in present tense. Walked is the past tense. If you break it down, okay, is there a difference between this part and this part? Can you see any differences here? Yeah. So why is the difference? A and the difference. A and the difference.
என்னோட ஒர்க்ன்றதுக்குள்ள டிட்டும் ஒர்க்கும் இருக்கு. இப்ப நாங்க டிட்ட முன்னுக்கு கேள்வியாக்க எடுத்ததால அந்த ஒர்க்ன்றது மட்டும்தான் வரும். இடி
Yeah.
இல்லாம டிட்ட
Okay.
முன்னுக்கு எடுத்ததா.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So இவ சொல்ற விளக்கம் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளக்கூடிய மாதிரி இருக்கா? The others respond, please. That is correct. What she said is correct. Okay. Walked. This is past tense. You can break it into two pieces. One is the auxiliary verb and the other one is the verb in the present tense. So when you make a question, you take the auxiliary verb in front of the subject. So what is remaining is the present tense, not the past tense. Okay. You can say, did I walk? You cannot say, did I walk? Okay. If you take this one, take this one, right? If you read this, you can see the difference. Okay. If you read this, you can see the difference. How when you make a question, when you take the auxiliary verb in front, the balance is the verb in the present tense, not the past tense. The original sentence is this: sun shone. That's in the past tense. But when you break it down, it is did plus shine. So when you make a question, did sun shine, not shone. Okay, did sun shone into varadhu. Did sun shine? Right. The next one is about making negative statements. Okay, so this is the original sentence. This is in past tense. Now, if you break the verb into two pieces, this is the auxiliary verb and the verb in the present tense. So when you make a negative statement, how do you make it? Can somebody explain what I have done here? Can somebody explain to me, please?
வேர்ப்புக்கு முன்னால நொட்ட போட்டா சரி.
You have to be careful. We are adding.
ஆமிசா அதுகளுக்கு பக்கத்துல நொட் போடணும்.
Yes, so that's the auxiliary verb. Verb is, this one is a verb in present tense. This is a verb in present tense. But like you said, you have to add the not next to the auxiliary verb. Okay, so it comes with the auxiliary verb. Did not. Did not. Okay, I did not walk. She did not cook.
Sun did not shine.
Sun did not shine.
Sun did not shine.
That is correct. It will be sun did not shine, right? Because when you make a negative statement, what is changing is the main verb that is in the past tense. You can break it down into two pieces. One is the auxiliary verb. The other one is the present tense, the verb in the present tense. Then you take the did and put it, you add a not next to it. Okay, so did not. And when you separate this part from the main verb, there's only this part remaining. Okay, so that's the present tense is remaining. So you have to say sun did not shine. Okay, now can you write the negative statements for all of these?
They did not watch.
Okay,
We did not visit. He did not play.
Dog did not bark.
Wind did not blow.
Rain
Rain did not fall.
leaves did not change.
in the simple past tense, we have a subject and a verb in the past tense. So there is an auxiliary verb for the simple past, did. For all the nouns and all the places, there is only one auxiliary verb, did. That's the past tense. With this, we move into the verb. The only difference is the auxiliary verb is joined with the present tense and it makes another verb in the past tense. So when you look at a sentence, you don't see the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is not separately visible. Okay, நீங்க ஒரு இறந்த காலத்துல இருக்கிற சிம்பிள் பாஸ்ட் டென்ஸ்ல இருக்கிற ஒரு வினை சொல்ல பார்க்கும்போது ஆங்கிலத்துல அந்த auxiliary verb அந்த துணை வினை சொல்லுங்கிறது தனியா தெரியாது. That's the tricky part. You have to understand whether this verb is in the present tense or in the past tense. If you know this is in the past tense, then you also should know there are two words inside that one verb. The two words are did plus go, the auxiliary verb and the present tense of this verb. Okay, did plus go. If the past tense is walk, then there are two pieces, did plus ate. If the past tense is ate, then there are two pieces, did plus eat, the present tense. Okay, so that's the basis of understanding the simple past tense. Then if you know the simple past tense, that there are two pieces in the past tense, in the past verb, then you can make a question easily. Did I eat? It is in the same way. If you know there are two pieces, did and eat, you can make it into a negative by adding a not. Did not eat. So when you modify the simple past tense into a question or a negative, the verb takes the form of a present tense. Okay, when you make question, the question has eat. When you make it negative, the negative has eat. But the original sentence has ate. Okay, the original is ate. The positive is ate. It's in the past tense. In the question and in the negative, the verb is in the present tense, right? But the question is past tense. The negative statement is past tense. Did you understand all of what I said up to now? Is it clear? Are you 100% clear? No doubts. Okay, that's good. Then we practice the there are questions and answers. Okay, we'll come back to that. That's only practice, vocabulary practice. How do you make a question after this?
Did I walk to the park yesterday?
Correct. Okay, somebody else make a negative. Okay, you don't need to raise your hand, just talk. Okay, make this a negative. கையை உயர்த்த தெரிஞ்சா சொல்லுங்க. Okay, just say.
I did not walk to the park yesterday.
Correct. Okay, number 2 question.
Did she cook a delicious meal for dinner?
Correct. Negative.
She did not cook a delicious meal for dinner.
Correct. Number 3 question.
Did they watch a movie at the cinema last night?
Number 3 negative.
They did not watch a movie at the cinema last night.
Number 4 question.
Did we visit the museum on our vacation?
Number 4 negative.
We did not visit the museum on our vacation.
Correct. Thank you. Now I want other participants to say, okay, only 2 people are responding. I want others to answer as well. Number 5 question.
Did
Did
he play
he
football
play football
with his
with
friends?
his friends?
Okay, both of you are correct. Thank you. Now, can you both try to say the negative? Go.
He did not
Play
play
football
with his
his friends.
play football.
Did the dog bark at the mailman?
Correct. Thank you. And negative?
The dog
The
did
dog
not
did-
bark at the mailman.
Okay, correct. You can all say it. I don't care. I mean, I can listen to all of you. Even if you all speak at the same time, I can listen, right? Don't worry about that. Just say it. Okay, number 7 question.
Did the sun shine brightly all day?
Brightly all day.
The
The
sun
sun
did not
shine brightly all day.